Hello, I'm Peter Jones, 20 years in the waste management industry and in a large waste company, and now advisor for the Mayor of London and a variety of public and private sector bodies. And really, I've been asked to give a few views from the waste industry, back-end processing sector around plastics. And we are, to an extent, looking at a product that has enormous strengths in its use in society in terms of hygiene, lightness, strength, and so on, which in fact improves the presentability of the everyday goods we buy. But of course, at the back end of the process, that then becomes a problem. It results in the fact that recycling rates for plastic are of the order of half the rate for other materials, and that really reflects its difficulty of segregation and collection because of its bulk and its lightness. However, the horizon is good. There's a positive outlook because if you think of recycling not just in the sense of recollecting the physical material, if you think a bit more in terms of molecular recycling, then the opportunities are opening up in the waste industry. The rising cost of landfill has now meant that many waste companies are looking proactively at the material value, and indeed in the case of plastic it can be reformed not only into new plastic products but into synthetic diesel, into gas, heat, electricity. And therefore we have a number of asks in society, I guess, certainly from the waste industry. We have asks on local government to make plastic recycling more accessible to people. We in many of our lives are regularly used to recycling newspapers and metal cans and so on, but plastics are not popular for retrieval by local authorities. I think that will change with the introduction of carbon reduction targets and so on, but it may be a year or so yet. There's an ask on the general public too to be a little more sensible in terms of the sort of tabloid-driven paranoia almost about the, let's say, badness alleged of things like plastic carrier bags. I think we need to have a lot more science around this debate, a lot more education in schools around these sorts of issues so that we have a genuine understanding of the whole life cycle cradle to grave impact of plastics. The opportunities and the asks in terms of central government are really around the acceleration of investment tax breaks, which we're beginning to see with the renewable obligation certificates in energy and electrical energy, and the introduction of feed-in tariffs for heat. That's almost certainly going to accelerate the rollout of innovative new waste strategies that don't involve the dreaded incineration word. And the asks on the industry is really to continue its work in terms of educating the public around these issues and indeed carry on the proactive programs that it's developing to make sure that we make the right decisions for the single planet that we live on.